The tightrope walker is still a young man. His name is Solomon Proprinsky. He stands in front of the big building and chooses two street lamps 50 feet away from each other. From his suitcase, he pulls out a steel wire, climbs the street lamp, and attaches the wire. Straight, tight. The street is ready. The wire is in place. What's missing? Courage. Solomon Proprinsky finds it. He pulls out a bottle and swallows a slug of cheap brandy. Then he gets into his place and starts to walk. Light, deft, perfect. It's a miracle. Solomon Proprinsky. He walks on air, the best tightrope walker in New York. And he's decided to remain here morning till night, performing his act wire stretched between two street lamps just a step away from the very new door of the New York Stock Exchange.
Hi, everyone. It's Front Row Phyllis, winner of the 2022 Tony Award for Best Play, the Lehman Trilogy. Well, it takes us through 2 centuries of family history from the humble beginnings, outrageous successes, and then the devastating failure of the financial institution that would ultimately bring the global economy to its knees and change the world forever. Well, joining us today is one of the Lehman brothers, or, well, we should actually introduce him as Anish Jethmalani. Welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. It is Anish Jethmalani, and yeah, thank you. I appreciate being here.
Oh my gosh! And you play Emmanuel Lehman.
Yes.
That is just, everybody has been waiting for the opening of this true blockbuster production. Tell our viewers, it just opened last night. Tell our viewers more about the show.
Yeah. So this was a play that was written by Stefano Massini, who's an Italian playwright, and it was adapted by Ben Powers. And it has its world premiere in London. Actually, I'm sorry, in Italy. Mm-hmm. It started out as like this sweeping epic play with multiple actors involved. It was 5 hours long, and then the production in the UK that was done at the National Theatre, they condensed it down to 3 hours. And Sam Mendes, who was instrumental in leading the workshop for that production, he worked with the actors there to just tell the story with 3 actors. So they reduced the number of actors from 5 or so down to 3, telling this sweeping epic tale of the Lehman family who immigrated here back in the 1840s. And we've come to know the Lehman name from the infamous financial crisis in 2008. Mm-hmm. But there's a whole backstory that is told in this play about a family that was rich in tradition, values, culture, religion, and just about the immigrant experience on how they were able to get here, the challenges that they had to endure over multiple decades through all the things that were happening in America at that time, including the Civil War, the stock market crash of 1929, the civil rights movement. So you see, 3 actors kind of just take on all of these roles, not only the brothers, but the second generation, the third generation. We play their wives, we play their girlfriends. We play all of these various characters, like almost 50 characters, in telling this pretty epic tale. And there's a lot of humor, there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of intrigue. It's a very compelling story, and I think audiences will really enjoy it.
When you get the call, the email that you're going to be one of the brothers, did you have any idea that it was going to be like this? I mean, taking out, like you said, you're acting out anywhere from 40, 50 different characters, and each one of you are acting out who knows how many at that point. That's a lot. I mean, was there anything that went through your mind that it was like, I don't know if I could do this, or I can't wait to take on the challenge?
Yeah, well, people have asked me like what has been the best way to describe it, and it's the way I say it is that it's exciting and terrifying all at the same time.
Right.
And I think that for any actor, this is a monumental task. It's not easy at all. Even the most seasoned veteran actor I think is going to have a challenge in doing that. And I think that that's part of the appeal, of course. But when I talked to Nick Bowling and Vanessa Stalling, the co-directors, about the piece, you know, I, I I wasn't sure in the beginning yet if I could take something on that epic in size, and the amount of energy that needed to be required for a piece like this is massive. And so I had to do some thinking, and I finally said, this is something that I've never done before, and may never ever do again. So,
Right.
so I was kind of thinking, you only live once, so you might as well go for it.
Right. And done an incredible job. You've been in theater for a long time and you've played a lot of roles. So
Yep.
is this role so different than what you've done before?
I think this piece is very different from the
Yeah.
things that I've worked on before. You're typically used to playing. I mean, I've done plays where you play a few characters here and there. They're kind of listed as ensemble, but nothing to this magnitude. I mean, nothing of this sort of epic and sweeping nature. So I think that for me, like it is a first in terms of being able to take on a piece like this big.
Yeah.
And I think for any actor who has done it or probably will do it in the future, it's definitely a challenge.
Do you feel any type of connection or, similarities to
Yeah.
him? Yeah. Were there
Yes.
some things? Yeah.
Well, this story is primarily about the Lehman family, which
Mhm.
they're a Jewish family, and so for me, like I had to really ask the central question because I am not Jewish. So
Mhm.
like the central question for me is like, well, what is my in? Well, why would I, be the right person to be in this play? And I think it came to that fundamental question and conversation that I had with the directors, which was like, uh, I think within that story that there is the story of the immigrant experience, which is this idea that a generation is coming here to achieve the American dream, to embody those values and culture and dreams that they have, and that is universal, right? So it's not necessarily just something that the Lehman family possesses.
Right.
It was something that we wanted to, as storytellers, kind of make it universal across any different background or religion or culture, and really be able to sort of embody that experience. So that was sort of my in, and I think that was what made sense to me in terms of being able to be an active participant in the piece. So, but I think that again, that we play so many characters. Like, so we played not just the Lehman family, we played partners, we play these narrators, we play, so that there was sort of a universality to the storytelling. And I think that I liked the immigrant sort of tale. I liked the idea of the challenge of doing the play. And I thought that this would be an opportunity for audiences to be able to see their own experience in these three actors. And so that was sort of my way of saying, yeah, I'm up for the challenge.
Oh, absolutely. Well, like I said, I have to tell you that it has been extended. The run has
Yeah.
been extended. So, due to overwhelming, responses, I mean, you guys are doing a great job. So that's all I got to say, because now it's going to be here until November 26th, which is great. Guys, you do not want to miss. I'm telling you, this powerful production, the Lehman Trilogy, playing now through extended November 26th over at the Broadway Playhouse. It is something you don't want to miss. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.